anime? What is it? Where does it come from? Can it hurt me? Anime is an art term for animation, so anime is usually a cartoon that comes from Japan, usually released first in Japanese, although sometimes it's released in English as well. This is known as simulcasting. So, how do you know if something is anime or not? Well, anime in modern times has a very specific aesthetic around a lot of it. A lot of anime is based around more realistic bodies and exaggerated expressions and features, but this contrasts heavily with more Western cartoons, which are more geometric in design. See, Western cartoons differ because they focus way more on silhouettes and looking distinct than trying to look realistic. But this is not always the case in anime. Most anime follows a continuous narrative where actions have effects and continuity. This is different from Western cartoons that have a more episodic narrative, where things change and just reset after each episode. Like most media, there's no one thing that specifically defines all anime, but it is split into various genres. And I think I've figured out the 5 most common, or at least most recognizable, genres of anime right now. First up are shonens. Now, shonen anime generally includes action shows, shows about like adventure, fighting, exploration, that sort of thing. And they're generally aimed at an audience of teenagers. Sort of think how movies in Western culture are always PG-13 because that's a bigger target demographic. But this does limit what they can and won't show. Next up are sports series. Sports series are very narratively close to what shonen anime are, with the main hero facing adversity and overcoming challenges. However, unlike shonen, which are typically more dealing with fantasy and the supernatural, sports series are more realistic and grounded, with like teams and tournaments and stuff. Next up are slice of life series, which are more grounded and comedic. Generally, they tackle characters going through day-to-day problems as they live their lives. As weird as it may seem, many slice of life shows have actually become very popular recently, with many of them reaching heavy critical acclaim. Next up are comedies, which are way less grad than slice of life series, often over-exaggerating and overblowing situations to get more of a comedic effect to them. Most comedies parody existing genres in some way or another, with many taking just settings from shonen and doing their own thing with it. Finally, harems. Harems are kind of odd, because there's not really much of a Western equivalent. See, in Western media, we have romances, and they're usually just 1 or 2 couples getting together. But at some point, someone figured out, not everyone's gonna like this girl, so what if we make a series that's just one guy with like 8 girls and he has to pick one of them? Harems are usually very closely related to slice of life and comedies, but they're very clearly defined by having, romantic connection between a bunch of different women. Harems are also defined by having lots of fan service and plot contrivance, which makes them fairly commonly mocked in the anime communities. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe and hit the like button, because somewhere down the road I'm going to be covering more anime content, including series like My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Super, Black Clover, and of course the dreaded Sword Art Online.